Hey guys and girls and welcome. It's been a while, but it's time for another collection video. Oh, oh my. Alright guys, okay, seriously, it's just a collection video, alright. Okay, come on, settle down. Settle down. Alright, okay. My goodness. Right, as you can tell from the title, this is for the original Xbox, so let's get going. First up is Blinks the Time Sweeper. I haven't actually played this yet, so I'm kind of looking forward to it. I had a look on the back and it looked quite interesting, so yeah, look forward to that. And of course, Blinks 2 Masters of Time and Space. Again, with Blinks, I haven't played that yet, so I'm kind of looking forward to playing both of those as well. So yeah, next up, Conker's Bad Fur Day, or in this case, Conker Live and Reloaded, because I don't have the original N64 version, and nowadays it costs a bomb to get, which I probably will get at some point, but right now, no. So I got Conker Live and Reloaded instead. Next, Dead or Alive Ultimate, which is basically arcade perfect conversions of Dead or Alive 1 and 2. I quite like Dead or Alive, but the trouble is I'm not very good at it, so I don't play these very often. So that's probably why I'm not that good at it, because I don't play it very often. We're back in a minute, guys. Alright, I'll be back in a second. There we go. Just had to turn the background music up. If you can hear it, you can probably guess what it's from. Alright, next up as well, Dead or Alive 3, same scenario. It's Dead or Alive, I like it, but I'm no good at it. I don't play it very often, and that's probably why I'm no good at it. Okay, here we go. Grand Theft Auto 3 and Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I'm trying very hard to keep my reflection out of that box. Yeah, I've got Grand Theft Auto 3 for the PC, and I've got, I don't actually know how far I've got into it. How far I've got into it. I've got up to and past a mission where you're doing something or other, and you go to take the car, but if you actually take the car, it explodes and you fail the mission. It's something along those lines anyway, but that's how far I've got on Grand Theft Auto 3. Grand Theft Auto Vice City, I haven't actually played yet, but I do have the entire CD soundtrack for it, so yeah. Here we go. Dino Crisis 3. I played a little bit of this, and to be honest, I'm not too impressed with it. I mean, it's certainly not as good as the first two games, which I thought were great. I actually love Dino Crisis 2. I think that's my favourite one. But Dino Crisis 3, I haven't really put much time and effort into. Doom 3. Now I remember ages and ages and ages ago, a friend of mine downloaded the E3 demo for this, and it was brilliant. I think I've still got it somewhere on a disc somewhere, but obviously I don't play it or use it anymore. It's just there, just to be there. But this, the Xbox version, it's not too bad. I quite like it. It's alright as a Doom game. And of course, along with Doom, I also have Doom 3 Resurrection of Evil. I haven't actually got around to playing this yet, so there's a lot of games that I haven't got around to playing, would you believe? Okay, next up, Fahrenheit, aka Indigo Prophecy. I've only played the demo of this, but from what I played, I thought it was brilliant. But one of these days, I will actually get around to playing this. The House of the Dead 3. I love the House of the Dead, and I do love House of the Dead 3. I've got a couple. I'm not sure if I actually did it in a video once. I think I may have, I'm not sure, but I got a couple of light guns for the Xbox, and I quite like House of the Dead. A friend of mine, I don't know if he's still got it, but he's got a shotgun controller for House of the Dead, and it's just wicked to play it on with this, and I love playing this in the arcade as well, so yeah, House of the Dead 3, and it's got House of the Dead 2 unlockable extra too, so yay! Next up, Ninja Gaiden. Now this game is brilliant. The only problem I have with it is the slightly awkward camera controls, which fortunately were fixed for Ninja Gaiden 2. But other than that, I quite like Ninja Gaiden. Quite an interesting game, I reckon. Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance. I did originally have Metal Gear Solid 2 for the PlayStation 2, but I lost possession of that, unfortunately, so I picked up Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance for the Xbox, because, let's be honest, I think for most games, if there's a PS2 version and an Xbox version, the Xbox version is probably likely to be the more superior version, because the Xbox evidently has a better processor than the PS2, or something along those lines anyway. Micro Machines, because I love Micro Machines. I played a little bit of this, and it took me a while to get back into it again, because Micro Machines sort of suffers from that. It suffers for the same from what the original Grand Theft Auto suffered from. It was this is practically top down, but it's not actually top down. But it's the fact that you just can't see directly ahead of you, so you've got to really memorize the track. Mortal Kombat Deception. Unfortunately, the disc that comes with this... I'm going to move my head out of the way so I know what the disc reflection is going to be doing. The disc, unfortunately, is a little bit scratched. I'm not sure how well you can see that. But yeah, I can play the normal mode in this game, but I can't play the Conquest mode, which is a bit of a shame. Yeah, it's pretty good. Borrowed it from a friend of mine on the PlayStation 2. Oddworld Stranger's Wrath. I haven't played this yet, would you believe? But I did have at one point Oddworld Munch's Odyssey, but I don't know where that is at the moment. I think that's in my uncle's storage, along with a few other of my Xbox games. So yes, yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to playing this. There's a lot of games I'm looking forward to playing too. Panzer Dragoon Altar, I'm guessing that says. I was always kind of interested in the Panzer Dragoon games. They kind of remind me of sort of like Lilac Wars, or should I say Star Fox, so they're sort of dragons and sort of stuff like that. So I got Panzer Dragoon for the Saturn as well, so I thought I'd pick this up, see what it was like. I haven't actually played it yet. Surprise, surprise. Right, Prince of Persia Sands of Time, Prince of Persia Warrior Within, and finally Prince of Persia 2 Thrones. I haven't played any of these, but I've heard they're quite good. If Yahtzee's opinion of it was anything to go by. This game's quite interesting. R Racing, which is essentially Ridge Racer with licensed vehicles. But yeah, I love the Ridge Racer series. Who doesn't? And so I thought I'd pick this up and give it a go. Red Dead Revolver. I love this game. Obviously, I've played Red Dead Redemption as well, and I honestly think that's better. But this game is pretty good for what it's worth. I originally didn't pick it up when it first came out because, to be honest, I wasn't really into the whole Wild West thing. I never really have been. But after hearing what Red Dead Redemption was like, I thought, I'd give that a go, and I quite liked it. So I went and got this, and it's actually pretty good. I enjoy it. Red Ninja, End of Honor. I haven't played this yet, but something, I don't know, I just sort of looked at the back and it kind of looked appealing. The gameplay and whatever. It looks like a pretty good adventure fair, so yeah. SVC Chaos, SNK versus Capcom. Now, generally as a rule, I don't mind Capcom's Versus series. The only ones I really don't like is Marvel vs. Capcom, because there's just so much happening on the screen at once. I just can't really keep up with it. But I don't mind some of their normal sort of Versus series, SNK versus Capcom in this case, and what was the other one? Oh, I can't remember. But yeah, this one's not too bad. I played it a little bit on the arcade and actually had a lot of fun with it. And I don't know if you can see it on the back. You probably can't. Oh, I mean, yeah, you can. I don't know if the camera's going to focus in on it very well, though. But Guile's hair, you can just about make it out. Guile's hair is absolutely fucking ridiculous in it, but I don't know, it's comical at the same time. But yeah, this game's not too bad. And speaking of which, here we go. Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. Yeah, everyone loves the old Street Fighter. This one has Hyper Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Now, I love the Street Fighter games, but I hate playing them against the computer because it feels like the computer just doesn't want you to win and will do almost everything it possibly can to make sure you don't win. Good enough example, when you're facing against Balrog, and he's just constantly doing his charge, punch, 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 punch. You gotta fucking charge up for 2 seconds to get that move out if you're playing him, and it's just like, he's just fucking throwing it at you in the corner. It's like, fuck off. And Third Strike, that's quite a... I don't know, for me it's a little difficult for me to play. I can't quite get to grips with it, and I always lose after about the third match or so, but playing it against a person on either Street Fighter 2 or Street Fighter 3, it's obviously a different kettle of fish. I can handle myself a little bit better in that respect. Taito Legends. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I only bought this game for... I bought this for one game, and that game is right there. The New Zealand story. And I love that game. I don't mind Rainbow Islands, and I don't mind... I actually quite like Bubble Bobble, I must admit. It's got to be said. And Operation Wolf is not bad, but you need to play that with a gun. And obviously you got Space Invaders as well, and blah blah blah. Several other Taito games I haven't really heard of that much. I'm pretty sure Taito did Arkanoid as well, so why the hell isn't Arkanoid on here? That's a brilliant game. Anyway, yeah, Taito Legends. I think that's Volume 1 or something like that. Tetris World, because everyone needs to own a version of Tetris. In fact, everyone needs to own many various versions of Tetris, and I think this was cheap, so that's probably why I bought it. I think I have played this before, this particular version. I think I played it on the PC. I could be wrong, but I definitely played Tetris World before. That's one reason why I got it. That's why I played it. Oh, because it was also cheap. Next up, Thief, Deadly Shadows. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, so I look at the backs of the box, and it looks alright, but then again, looks can be deceptive. Isn't that right, Sonic Riders? So yeah, I've heard Yahtzee doesn't really like this game too much, but then again, sometimes you can't really take Yahtzee too seriously. So I'll probably give that a go. The Nightmare Before Christmas, Oogie's Revenge. Oh brother, you're kidding. You're putting me in a spin. You don't seem to understand the predicament that you're in. Or something like that. I can't remember the words fully. But yeah, I haven't played this yet, but I love Nightmare Before Christmas, so I thought I'd give this a go. Actually, a little story. I remember seeing this, the Japanese version for the PlayStation 2 in Computer Exchange, but I didn't have the funds to go and buy it at the time. And when I went back, it was gone. Typical. It took me ages to get hold of a copy, and I'm actually quite glad I've got the Xbox version. Next up, Timesplitters, Future Perfect, because Timesplitters is a brilliant game. I've played through about half of this already, and I'm really getting into it. But I've stopped. Like you do with many games, you know, sometimes you just play a game, and then for whatever reason you just can't explain, you stop. Right, now some of you are going to find this game really boring. You know, you sometimes wonder why people buy these games, but to be honest, you know, I kind of like it because it's relaxing, and you know, it gives you, yeah, it makes you think. But here we go, World Snooker Championship 2005. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I like snooker. We don't get, you know, we don't watch it that often, so I really do like snooker. It's got John Virgo and Steve Davis commentating as well, and I really do like those two players. Serious Sam and Serious Sam 2. I absolutely love Serious Sam. I've got it on the PC and I think it's brilliant. It's like Doom with colour. Fucking bollocks hard as well. I've also got Serious Sam on Xbox Live Arcade, and I've only got the demo for the second one at the minute. I don't know why, I just haven't got around to buying the second one yet. Alright guys, here we go. Shenmue II, because as much as I like the original Dreamcast version, I actually quite like it. I actually would have quite liked it if it was in English. So that's where Shenmue II for the Xbox comes in. And as I hang up, zoom in, includes feature-length DVD Shenmue the movie, which I don't really need to watch because I've played a completed Shenmue 1. It's not even in there, I don't think. Oh no, there it is, Shenmue the movie, and it's upside down! I hate when my discs are upside down. I always prefer to have them the right way up. Anyone else like that? And there's no book as well, which I'm really pissed off about. I paid fucking... I can't remember how much I paid for this. I think I paid about 15 quid for this. No fucking instruction manual. That really pissed me off. Silent Scope complete, because I really, really do like Silent Scope, yeah. It's a shame that there isn't a... well, there could be, actually. I don't know. But as far as I'm aware, there's no sniper controller for it. Which is a shame, really, because you could push a button and... I don't know, you could just... whatever. I'm not quite sure how that would work, I don't know. Have a little screen in it, I suppose, like in the arcade. Just a little tiny screen. A little LCD screen. I don't know, that would be too much. And then again, you've got to link up the little screen with the TV, and that'd probably be a little bit more complicated. I don't even know if Silent Scope actually supports light gun. Does it support light gun? It does support light gun. Oh, well, there you go then. Never thought to look. Alright guys, I've got this version, as you may be aware, I've got this on the GameCube, and I've got this on the PlayStation 2 as well, and the same goes for the next game as well. But here we go, Sonic Heroes! My other videos are still there, so if you want to hear what I have to say about Sonic Heroes, go for it. And the same applies to this as well, Soul Calibur 2. And finally, kind of, WWF Raw. I remember at the time when they were actually having their legal dispute over the initials WWF, and at the time I was in Computer Exchange, and they actually had the box, and it actually had the original WWF logo on it. And I went to go buy it, so I wanted that cover. I believe people in the United States, actually, or rather North America, for their version, they actually do have WWF on it. But unfortunately, we over here, we've got the fucking WWE logo, so it's a bit of a shame, really. But they served me this. They got me the fucking proper European cover. I was really pissed off about that. So yeah, that's all my Xbox games in their beautiful glory. And tune in next time, because you can probably imagine what series of videos is coming up next. So until then, ciao!